Hey guys, it's Cece. So today this video will be about how I glue down my eyebrows for cosplay. Gluing down eyebrows can be used for tons of things, but mainly focusing on cosplay. So a lot of you guys have been asking for this video for quite a while, and I keep procrastinating and saying I'll make it, but it's finally here. So I apologize for it taking so long. But first of all, I do want to start off with saying the different variables that will go through this, but I will explain as I go through. For example, the layers that I use for my eyebrows, not only because they're thick, but they are dark. So it will vary depending on your eyebrow thickness and the color of your eyebrow. But like I said, I will go through that when the time comes. So I do recommend, if you're doing this the morning of the con, to do it while you're like eating breakfast or something that you can do, because you have to be really patient with it. I've tried several times before trying to put on the bottom half of my makeup and waiting for the top to be dry enough to work with it, but it always ends up like curling and mixing in with the foundation and other parts of the makeup. So I find that it's best to be patient and wait for it to set. So eating breakfast, doing a layer at a time, and then going on and being able to do everything. But today I'm just going to be able to show you how I do my eyebrows, the layers I use, the methods I use, and the different products I use. So yeah, let's get into it. So first of all my methods are kind of a mashup of looking at several tutorials over the years and just kind of coming up with what works for me. I've gotten like little tips from some friends and kind of mashed it together. So this is basically what works for me the best. But yeah, I just wanted to say that first off. So I used your classic, like, just glue stick, your normal school glue stick, anything that you use to just glue down pieces of paper, but I do have a specific one for my eyebrows so that, for example, I don't get like the loose eyebrow hair in there somewhere. You don't want that in your book or whatever. So I do recommend getting your own. So I use the clear glue, but you can use the blue glue. I just recommend the clear glue more because it's clear and you don't have to worry about covering up the blue color. But in saying that, the blue color, while you're using it, you do see how many layers and where you need to go over. So there's like perks to it and not, but I go with the clear glue. So first of all, I will have an eyebrow brush on hand, and I usually do this in between layers, as I'll show you. So you just want to take off the lid and literally just run it over your eyebrow and do it back and forth so that you can get underneath the hairs, so that when you pull it the other way, it glues that all down. So make sure you get the ones in between your nose, like in here, and the loose ones towards the end of your eye, and just do that. Okay, so we're back, and they're dry, completely dry. I can run my finger along them and they're fine. Okay, and then you do it again. And again. And again. And again, and again, and again, and again. Another layer. They're done. Okay, so we're gonna get started on the first step. I use this large brush that I got at, it's a Manage brand. I don't really think it matters what kind of brush you use, but as long as it's like kind of large and fluffy. So as you can see from using it quite a bit, it does have a different colour, but I do wash that. So I like to take some loose powder. This is just the Banana Dreams one from W7, and I usually just take a bit of this on the end of my brush, so not too much. Usually use whatever's on the inside of the lid. I just tap that. There's quite a bit on there. I tap it off and kind of just dab it on top. So I kind of just do this until I'm happy with the result, that I can kind of see a little layer of it on top. This kind of, I see, just dries it out a bit, and kind of loses the stickiness if there is any there. It also allows a non-slippery layer for the foundation when you put it on, because the glue does create a form of a kind of like a slide, but that's the first thing I do. Second thing I do is I go over the top just with this brush. The reason I use a brush instead of a sponge is because it kind of picks it up, and I kind of just want to lay down kind of like a paint over the top of them. So I use Rimmel London matte ivory. It's it's really matte, and it's good for this. I usually use it on areas that I kind of just want to get smooth and in one color, and then I go over the top of that and correct it with my actual color. So I'm gonna go over my brows with this. Okay, so that's put down. You can already starting to see the effect work, but because I do have darker eyebrows, you can see the excess here on my left brow. And like I said before, this isn't a really color-based one, it's more of just the matte effect, because you can still see the outline, especially on my skin. Okay, so once that's done, I like to go back over and mattify it again with the loose powder. This just also kind of sets it a bit, and so that you're able to work with it. Don't pull it along, I usually just dab at it. Okay, so once that's on, I like to go back and just the darker parts that you can see coming through here, like here at the bottom, and especially through my left brow, I like to go back and kind of just touch it up with the matte, and then basically do the same thing with setting powder. Okay, so once that's down, I will go in with my normal foundation. So I can use this one from Rimmel London as well. It's the cream one, and it's also like used for just rejuvenating, but I do usually like to just go straight for my foundation. Now my foundation that I use is the Superstay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I kind of just picked this up from like my local shops, and it's worked for me really well, but I do like to apply this with your normal beauty blender, and kind of just put a few circles on there, just like a dab it, like that, and then kind of just slowly blend it in. Do not apply too much pressure because it will get rid of the layers underneath. That is the thing that you want to try and avoid, otherwise it will take you longer to build it up. So as you can see here, I've applied the foundation. Now, usually with your full face of makeup for cosplay, everything else would be covered, so you would be able to blend it down, but for now you can see kind of where the foundation is and where it's not. So after I do that, I do go in with another layer of loose powder. This also gives you just another canvas to work on to start working with your eyebrows, putting them on. Same with just the normal dabbing motions, and then yeah, I'll start drawing on the eyebrows. Okay, so now that that's on, you can already see the effect of my eyebrows being gone. Now, even from up closer, you can see a few of the lines, but it's kind of like hard to avoid unless you do more layers, but you can usually get rid of that, or the pictures won't bring it out. So yeah, that's kind of just the base layer of that. So it's just like a base, like a canvas that you can use to do all your different eyebrows on. And now I'll go into just putting eyebrows on to show you the finished look. Okay, so just to show you guys what eyebrows look like on, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. matte liquid eyeliner to be doing my brows. I'm going to be doing just a basic angry eyebrow, so like a thinner male that goes from where your natural brow would start and kind of form upwards, and then I will do a short eyebrow that most female anime characters have. So, and there you have it. Two types of eyebrows. So you've got your male eyebrow. I'm not even making any expression right now, completely neutral, but your eyebrow does handle that. Same with your female eyebrow. It adds it. Without even making any expression, it can change the whole look. So hopefully this helped you guys. I will be leaving my social media links in the description. If this helped you, please let me know. I'd love to see how it turned out. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this and hopefully it helps some of you out there. But if you watched this, thank you so much for following along with my tutorial. And please give a like if it did help you. And yeah, again, please let me know if how this went for you, and yeah, if you tried it. But hopefully this helped you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!